EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, son. Extend.
Harris running straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. The Steelers at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They go play action with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You look at this Steeler defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Hey, middle.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. 17 on that pickup.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st down, Stewart. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 7, Ravens 0.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Can't. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Tonight.
Here's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go, son.
To throw is Fields. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Up the middle they go. Stewart down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Hey, here we go, son. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Yes.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Right.
They'll run on 1st down. Stewart, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 551, 551.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go.
Ran it last time, now fields to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
No, we changed it. Report. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Jackson. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
We changed it. Go. Sit up.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We changed it. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a 2nd and 2.
Go. You. Middle. Hey. Yeah. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. Nice up.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Hey, report! Report! Hey! 13. No, we changed it. Report! It's up!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Up. Is it all right?
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Fields. And that is incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll let it fly for Austin.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
You got a mini base, right?
On third down, Stewart, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Finding space at the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
In motion, the tight end. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
13. No, we changed it.
They go play action with Jackson.
This one taken in by Olave.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Report.
Jackson to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
We changed it. Go.
Back to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Chris Olave
48 yards. And the Ravens have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Ravens 31, Steelers 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Fields now to throw.
Being chased out left. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, middle. What?
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hey.
Now Jackson. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the fifth time here today. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Oh, and what a play on special teams here.